Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a bench press day, but a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below. Be greatly appreciated. All right, over to the training. Today we did 5. Since I'm doing double benching, I'm really only going to do the training max once every 3 weeks. Because I'm benching twice, and whereas in the squat and deadlift we're getting hit once, so we do a 5-3-1 with plus reps. I think for the benching, just for the extra volume, because we're still at 85% of the training max, I'll go ahead and treat the second one as 5s. All right, so we'll just do it as 5s, so then I'll have a whole week of 5s again, then a whole week of 3s, then a training max, and then repeat the 5s again. But we'll see if we can pick up some reps on these. This first one, again, we're working at the 85% of the training max, and went ahead and got 5 reps. They were nice and challenging. Now keep in mind I'm cutting, so it is what it is. But I was happy with this. I feel like now that I'm benching with a lot of volume again, and now that I've gone over to a slightly wider grip, my shoulder is fully rehabbed, because I'm not trying to mess with exercises that I think are great but that inflame my shoulder. Everything is actually good. I feel like now I can go back to progressing and rebuilding my bench. Some people have come in and said, oh, you've only benching this much. Actually, I've benched 352 two different times. I benched 345 before. I benched 352 twice on camera. We'll get back to that and pass it. I will get to a 405 bench. So I'm going to I will get to a double body weight bench in competition. I'm going to make it happen. Hey, I'm not going to let anything stop me. The main thing is going to be the shoulder health, because I was on track to get that anyways over a year ago. We've hit the first 352. The shoulder health is critical. And understanding what inflames my shoulders and saying, look, anything that has any history of inflaming my shoulders is out. I cannot risk it. It sets me back months or years on my bench. That means no overhead pressing, possibly no incline, no pull-ups, no chin-ups. I can build my delts in back without any of those exercises. So we did 5x10 pause bench today. Again, trying to replicate what I do for my heavy work. Pausing on most of the reps pretty good. All of them are paused, some are paused longer than others. Trying to get my setup dialed in, keep working on that arch. And yeah, this is not that wide of a grip, to be fair. This is pinkies right at the edge of the ring, so I'm going to keep it inside the rings for the most part. I'm going to stay inside the rings for shoulder health. And if I want to cut range of motion, I just need to keep working on a bigger arch. And I'm going to keep working triceps, right? Because of my long arms. That's going to be the key. If I want to get my bench anywhere near my squat and deadlift, that's what we have to do. And the funny thing is, like, even a 400 bench still doesn't put my bench equal to my squat and deadlift. It doesn't. So that should put into context for people when you go to charts and compare different records and lifts. A 405 bench still would scale weaker than what I could squat and deadlift. And it is what it is. We all have our strengths. So even if I get to that goal, it's still not going to be balanced. But we'll get there. And so I decided today I had a choice between doing closed grip work after this or dips, and I decided to go with dips. And those I think are going to be my staples for a second press. And I'm going to start cutting out the smaller tricep exercises because, again, I worry about my elbow health. I want to make sure it stays on point. I'm going to just replace those with high rep band press downs at the end. Dips build my triceps. When I go back and look at where my triceps were the biggest, because they've been bigger than they are now, I was doing pretty good on dips. And I know dips, I feel my triceps super hard on dips. So I'm going to do these for volume, right? I'm not even going to treat it as a big exercise. Notice I'm doing body weight right now, sets of 12. I may take these up to sets of 20, build them up. I'll add weight at a certain point, but I don't want them to drop under sets of 10. So if I start adding weight, I need to be well above 10s. Not to failure, that's the other thing. So even if I add weight, they can't be limit sets. I need a couple reps in the tank, which is what we're doing. So today was 5x12 on dips after the volume benching. So we're a little bit fatigued. Felt a good amount of pec activation, a lot of lower pec, and a lot of tricep, and that's what I want. Now, people will say, are you worried about delts? No, I'll let the upright rows handle my delts. Right, the benching in the upright rows. It's going to be chest and tricep, I think, for me. It's going to matter. And look, if I need more delt, what can we do? If delts become a limit, I can replace the dips with more closed grip work, because that actually does work the delts a little more, in theory. All right? Or I could go over to my McDonald bar for this slot. Right? Any of the cambered bars like that, they work delts really hard on benching. So we have options. But looking at it, it looks like right now triceps and lockout strength seems to be my limit. So I need to get real good at dips again, or closed grip bench, or both. And then to keep the shoulder health on point, we'll do the band press downs. And mainly because, again, I don't want to risk it as much as I might say, hey, you know, those tricep extensions will make my arms look bigger. I can still get that extra long head work from the band press downs, and to really pump that area and keep my tendon health on point. That's the main thing, making sure that we keep those tendons healthy, which will allow me to keep doing lots of volume on the dips and things. All right, we stayed with barbell rows again. I switched bars a little bit to see if the grip's a little better on this, because grip is kind of a limit for me on these, and I don't mind. You know, some people are like, is your back getting enough work? Look at my back. Look at the shirtless video I did the other day for abs this weekend, where everyone's like, wow, you're getting actually really lean. It's like, yeah, and we're going to keep getting leaner. To do what I need to do competitively, I have to keep losing a lot of body fat, and I have to gain more muscle over the next few years, right? If I want to be competitive where I want to be competitive, so what does that mean? I may have to lose another 20 pounds of body fat. I'm probably going to have to end up in single digits for my competitive goals in the weight classes. And I'm okay with that, because I have a set competitive goal. I can't get lean for the purpose of getting lean. I will never have the motivation or drive to do that, because I think it's stupid. I think doing it purely for aesthetics is fucking stupid. So I will never be motivated to do it for that reason. I just can't. But when I'm looking at a weight class and saying, I want records, well, that's not stupid to me. And it comes down to individual goals, and people can argue about that all that they want. It's irrelevant, isn't it? Because you're not going to be driven by something that you personally feel is stupid. Someone else might think that my goals are stupid. Therefore, they're not going to put in the work to achieve those goals. And that's what people have to keep in mind with those things. No, I think chasing aesthetics is literally stupid. I think it's the most stupid thing you can do in training. That's just my opinion. And that's how I feel about it. So therefore, I can't use that as a motivation to get leaner. But winning, I understand winning. That's how I think. So we'll continue to get leaner. I'm going to have to get a lot leaner. But over to the point, you guys saw that. My back grows just fine. And I'm doing so much rowing and so much deadlifting, my back is going to keep growing. My lats will keep growing. Even from those 45-degree rows where grip is almost limiting me. Because my grip will build up, and as the grip builds up, I'll get stronger at them again. And when that happens, the back will keep growing. My lats will grow from deadlifts, though. Rows and deadlifts will build my back. So people are like, your lats are ridiculous. Yeah, and that's how I built them. Pull-ups and stuff are nice, but that's not how I built my back. I'm pretty good at pull-ups because I built my back with other stuff. But I need the upper back to keep coming up. So again, that's why we're doing the upright rows. We need to get yoked, build that whole shoulder girdle. This is the orc mode stuff here at the end. You know, the other stuff is pure performance. A lot of this is still performance, but this is now my let's get thick, which is what? Those upright rows. Axle bar curls. The axle bar curls made a comeback today. I did them for a few weeks. Replaced them for just a short bit with the straight bar, normal barbell. I'm going to work them back in. I like them. You know, and I feel like they carry over to my grip. I mean, look at the veins on the forearms as I'm doing these. Like, I noticed that when I'm looking down, they don't even look as big on camera as they look in person. I realized just doing these, I have veins running all the way up my forearms as thick as my pinky finger at the end of every set. And they're still there. Like, they didn't even go down while I'm doing this voiceover. They're still there. So, again, the forearm work. It works the biceps, but the forearm and the grip training from this carries over. I need to keep building that grip because what is it I've said? My deadlift is probably going to be limited by my grip. Probably, you know, maybe my upper back a little bit, but I think my grip is going to be what determines my max deadlift. So again, rowing without straps, all that pulling without straps, doing volume deadlifting without straps. So probably need to do it twice a week. Using stuff like the fat bar for my curls. There's a cumulative effect from all of this. All right, so cumulative effect. Because I missed that 635, I think, due to grip. That event, right, the charity event. I got the 625. But for those who checked, who already have looked, I'm already at world record levels on that, by the way. But I need to keep going up. And grip is what's going to determine it, mainly because I need it for total. Because my bench is so bad, I need to destroy records on the deadlift just for the total. Like, I need to beat it by 50 pounds, 60 pounds of world records for full power. Keep in mind, guys, I'm saying full power for big vets, not single event. I'm not talking about deadlift specialization. So people get confused on those numbers when you were talking about those records. We finished up with the band press downs. They made my triceps cramp super hard. I lost count. I got at least 70 reps, something in that range before I hit failure. Finished off with again, a good tricep pump, working the tendons to accompany the dips for the tricep volume. But pretty happy with today's workout, so I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.